everybody's going to go for the low-hanging fruit first. Everybody's going to go to the convenience store, the drugstore, the grocery store, places they know. Grocery stores will be cleaned out in the first 3 days. They're not going to go to the lesser obvious places. The way to avoid the mob is to simply start further down the supply chain. The further down the supply chain you go, the less resistance you're probably going to encounter. So we're talking about train yards, shipping yards, consolidated distribution centers, places where items and food is distributed from as opposed to the end retail outlet.
Shalom, shalom. This is the brother of mine coming to the quick, low, and edifying video. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rukakarash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Shalom to the hopeful like men that scattered abroad, pushing the truth for all sincerity. And shalom to those few sisters that's getting the orders of these last days. Coming at you with a quick video, concerning about the food, food famine, centered around there, because pretty much like, hey, we know the time that we coming into is going to be a real food famine, but the true believers in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, we know will be fed, So, Lord willing, the lesson is edifying. This right here, the book of 2nd Esdras 15, verse 1. It says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people, right? The words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. And he said, speak down the ears of my, right? Meaning possessive. And who is he pertaining to? The Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Speak down the ears of my people, the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, right? Because these things are going to be faithful and true. These things are going to come, right? Whether you believe it or not, It don't matter just because you don't want it to come to pass, but hey, it will come to pass, and how things are being judged, right? How it's measuring the time. Hey, it's coming to pass real soon, real fast. It says, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true, right? And we see it coming, right? These scriptures written years and years and years ago, And hey, now we're starting to see. It says, fear not the imaginations against thee, that let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Right? It says, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Right? We have a lot of mockers and scoffers that don't believe. They try to think they're trying to persuade you to think in their way. But, we let, we just keep going anyway because, hey, we know we're going to have people come up against us. But hey, he said, don't let that not trouble thee. So for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness, right? They're going to die anyway because they don't even know how to measure the time, But they, verse 5, the point though, it says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, right? The sword, famine, death, and destruction. And we see these things coming, man. That's why we're out here blowing that trumpet now, telling you, hey, repent or die, Because this famine is getting real close, right? Eggs, Hyde, and Bobby and Whitney. You know what I'm saying? We coming to a point where it's going to be a real purge going to break out. People are not going to be able to, like scripture say, they're going to disregard the princes, pretty much saying the governors, the presidents, right? They're going to disregard. They're going to start taking matters into their own hands, So like he said in the beginning of the video, which I want to replay again,
Everybody's going to go for the low-hanging fruit first. Everybody's going to go to the convenience store, the drugstore, the grocery store, places they know. Grocery stores will be cleaned out in the first 3 days.
So hey, like he said, it's going to be to the point where people going to be on the same mind frame, going to the same. Hey, they're going to be at the Walmarts, Scriptures talk about that. It can get to the point when that purge break out, you see how it is in the Hunger Games, it's going to be every man for themselves. The love of many will wax cold inside those days, man. I got a quick precept. It's still in the book of 2nd Esdras 15. Just Second Ezra 15, verse 19, it says, a man shall have no pity, right, upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation, right? You're going to have Jake on Jake, right? You're going to have Jake on all the other heathen nations, right? You're going to be, 2/3 are just going to be all out like brute beasts, man, like they are. Why? Because, they don't have no wisdom, knowledge, understanding. So when Esau really, hit the kill switch, this right here gonna be the outcome. You're gonna see a lot of bloodshed, man. It says that man should have no pity, right? And the pity means like I don't have no sympathy. I don't care about how you take it. Give the food up or lay down. So it goes to show you that these times are coming, man. This food famine is coming, right? Got one more precept. It's 2nd Ezra 6 and 20, 25, 24. I'm tripping. 2nd Ezra 6 and 22. My bad. It says, and suddenly, right? And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, right? In the video he was saying like, it's gonna go from your grocery stores, drug stores, stores like that, gonna be wiped out. Telling you that you should go down to the shipyards and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, those gonna be wiped out, man. Right? We coming to a time where if you don't have Yahweh Shem Yahshua on your side, man, it's a wrap. Right? Scripture talk about how it's better to die by the sword than die by famine. Right? Let's get that. Let's get that right quick. Lamentations 4. It's like in verse 9. It says, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. Right? And a lot of the 2/3 Israelites I want to speak on, they going to go through it the most. Because when you see them today, they just ain't even trying. They can't even fast. Can't even fast for 3 hours, man. Let alone when this famine hit, it going to be 3 days. Stomach eating out your back, But see, if you get shot like in the head or something, that's a quick death. But just imagine you going 2-3 weeks and the Lord keeping that spirit in your body, right? And your body eating itself from the inside out. Right? It says, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away, stricken through, for the wants of the fruits of the field. Right? The hands of the pitiful woman have sodden their own children. Right? And this is what we're going to definitely see. And that's why I want to bring out this video, just to show you, like, you see how these people inside the video, running to these stores, mobbing, you know what I'm saying? It's get to a point where, you won't find no food, to the point they're going to look at each other like food. Like the Snickers commercials always, you ain't you when you hungry. Right? You finna see Jake and these heathens just wild out, It said they were their meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people, right? There's going to be a lot of Israelites eating their own sons and daughters, man. Let me go back. So like it. 2nd Ezra 6. I'm gonna go to verse 23. It says, I'm gonna go to this. It says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found. It's like the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty, and we see it now. You right? You got these elites getting rid of all these food plants, right? They orchestrating a real food famine, man. And Yahweh Shem Yahushua is gonna be is adding on to it. Well, it's Yahweh Shem Yahushua, roll book, So it's he just he add more fire to the flame, and Yahweh Shem Yahushua add more fire to the flame. He got Esau, burning down these establishments, these warehouses, right, with food in them. So in a minute you won't have access to food unless you have the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, right? Right? Because he the one that's gonna guide you inside inside those times, man, which we're gonna grab later on inside the scriptures. You know, the Israelites, that's the only ones he gonna guide, right? The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Had to correct myself. Verse 24, it says, at that time shall friends fight once against another like enemies, right? Because it's like the scriptures say, the love of many shall wax cold, right? The love of many shall wax cold. Because in them times, it's going to be every man for themselves, you know? It says, at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in the fear, and it's like in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run, right? Hey, because how about you, man? Start cranking this shit on up, man. Scriptures talk about how he gonna have family members right within the same household, right? The mom-in-law against the daughter-in-law, the dad against the son, you know, vice versa. Right? So Yahweh Shemashah is bringing up a lot of, he bringing up a lot of hard times. I'm gonna say hard times to the unbelievers, right? And so on the other note of this lesson, I want to bring out, you know, while we're in the midst of these times, we gotta keep the faith. We gotta keep the faith that Yahweh Shemashah gonna have us, you know, okay. You know, we're gonna be fed, right? Gonna be like times inside the wilderness, our clothes will never deteriorate. You know, we're gonna be straight, right? We gotta. Right now, I was wanting to bring out, you know, what's finna happen, right? But we're gonna be straight in the mix of what's happening, man. You know, that's why you say you gotta he that endured to the end shall be saved, man. Because you gotta go through it. You gotta go through it, man. Right, but so this right here, the book of Matthew 6:25, right? Because this, you know, I brought out, you know, the first part of what's about to happen, and this right here we gotta keep. This right here is going. We gotta keep the faith on too, right? Matthew 6:25. It says, "Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat or what ye shall drink." Right? Because we know Esau even finna come down with great wrath, right? And we mean great wrath. We mean we finna see Esau being Esau, like at full fledged, like because we haven't seen him in his lifetime like that, right? But he know that he got a short time to rule, so he finna come with all hands on deck. And this famine is not finna be no joke, man. It's finna be no joke. We're gonna need Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And this right is the comfort right here. All right, he tell you the things written aforetime, written for our learning. Through the comfort in the scriptures, we might have hope. In the patience, we might have hope. Right? So therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat. Right? Don't be out here like the rest of these folks right here. See what I'm saying? Like these folks worrying about mobbing and going inside stores and warehouses and distribution centers. No, we not in that spirit, man. We already know who finna feed us. Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, it says take no take no thought for your life, what you shall eat or what you shall drink, nor yet for your body, what ye shall put on. Is not the life more than meat, and the body than raiment? Behold, the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns. Yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are ye not much better than they? And it'd be so beautiful because it's like when Jake all over, you know. So when you go inside of a city, you know, it'd be a lot of pigeons all, you know what I'm saying, like downtown anywhere. It'd be a lot of pigeons, and you see what I'm saying, like, and they just be eating real good. I mean, they be eating real good. They be all in one spot, you know what I'm saying, just eating, you know. But they didn't put no work in to get fed. You know, they didn't labor. They didn't plant no seeds or punch no clock. You know, but they get fed though. Right? They get fed. So it says the ending of it says, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are you not much better than they? Right? Because we are. Right? We are. And we know that if he gonna feed some birds, right? Why wouldn't he feed us? You know what I'm saying? I got a quick precept I'm going to chime in with. Right? This is the book of Ecclesiastes 2:10. Look at the generations of old and see. Did ever any trust in the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and was confounded? Right? Because it's so many accounts, man. It's so many accounts where, you know, our forefathers, they was tried, man. You know, but they called on Yahweh, right? They called on Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and what? Pulled up like that, you know, especially when it came to Elijah, you know, and he was fed, man. Full. You know, he wasn't eating no, because you got some people that believe they be thinking we might here eat ants and shit. Like, hell nah, we gonna be eating, you know, fish, you know, lawful things, man. We gonna be out here eating things that go against our dietary laws, man. That's confusion, you know. I wanted to say that point, but you know, it said, look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and was confounded, or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? Right? All our forefathers going through it, man. Hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, right, was there. You know? So any times to come when this food famine pops off for real, hey, we gotta have that same spirit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we gonna be straight. Right? That's why he say, hey, you way better than them birds. Right? They don't do nothing. They can't go out here and teach. They ain't out here teaching. They ain't walking out the law, statutes, commandments, man. We are. You know, so we way better than those birds, man. So if he gonna feed those birds, he gonna most definitely feed us, man. And that's what you gotta hold to, 144%. Let me go back to it. Did I want to stop right there? Con, that's why I want to stop at, Con. So, but yeah, Con. And so the point is, behold the fowls of the air. You know, they not out here. They not out here waiting for the harvest season. You know, to pick up all the food that they, you know what I'm saying. They was planting. You know. So Yahweh Shem Yahushua said, hey, aren't you better than that? We go to work. You know, so we punch the clock. You know. Hey, we better than that. So hey, the point is, you know, you gotta have that faith. Right? When all these folks are here losing their damn mind, getting killed by a cup of noodles, getting killed by some cereal, you know what I'm saying? We gonna be straight, right? And how about Shema gonna have us, like pilgrims upon the earth, man, moving around, right? So, with that being said, I want to grab a quick precept, 2 Corinthians 5:7, right? It's for we walk by faith, not by sight, right? These times to come, we gotta understand, we gotta believe that wholeheartedly. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is gonna feed us, right? It may not be how we think, you know, how it's gonna be every 2 hours. Now, it may be one day, then skip 3 days, but we practicing it right now, the fasting. You know, we practicing fasting right now, so hey, we understand it may be 3 days because we still getting tried. You know, we still being tried as gold. Like the scripture saying Sirach too. You know? So it says, for we walk by faith, not by sight. So with that being said, you're gonna see these hard times. It's gonna be ugly as hell out here, man. Right? But that's not gonna discourage us. You know, when you seeing folks kill each other, breaking inside folk houses, you know. We walking with the faith like, hey, how about you gonna feed us? We ain't gotta do all that, you know. So this right here is the book of it's Hebrews. Now you know what? It's Second Edges. 16 and 40. Right, it says, "O my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle. And in those evils, be even as pilgrims upon the earth." Right, because in the mix of that, right, Esau Edom coming down with great wrath. You're going to be having martial law, right? You got famine going on. There's going to be a lot of shit going on, man. But we can't lose focus of the bigger picture, salvation, man, right? So we know we got to leave a lot of things behind, right? We're gonna be roaming and seeking for Yahweh Shema to keep blessing us along the way, right? And I want to go into that word pilgrims, excuse me, inside the etymology, which I had already had queued up too, right? Pilgrim. It says a person traveling to a holy place as a penance or to discharge some vow or religious obligation. It says the point I want to grab was right here. It says, or seeking some miracle, right? Or spiritual benefit. Hey, we want food. We want food. We want shelter. We want a bath. We can get all those things, right? Especially if we're on the hopefully elect. Lord willing, we're part of that remnant. This is what we're fighting for, because this is what we got to have faith in. You got to hold fast to it, So it says seeking some miracle or spiritual benefit, right? Because that's what you got the faith for. We believe that, hey, if you have, why are we on these, going from house to house or wherever, how he have us, scattered going to, we believe that, hey, he gonna keep showing the signs, Here you go. He go a slab of salmon. That should fill y'all up for the next 2 days. Because a lot of us have kids, you know what I'm saying? So hey, we believe, hey, our family gonna be straight, man. Cause we straight, cause we the believers, right? The men, we the believers. So hey, our kids gonna be straight, man. Right into the few sisters, right? They gonna be straight until Yahweh Shema pair them up with the men of the Lord. So it says, "Oh my people, hear my word. Make you ready to thy battle," right? Cause this finna be a real spiritual. This about to be a real spiritual test, man. And this about to be also a mental test as well, right? Because the whole world's finna be tried. You got the Karagma on the scene. Got to mention that. We're finna be disconnected from society, right? You won't be able to eat unless you have that Karagma inside your hand, right? So it says, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle. Right? That's spiritual, man. Get ready to lose. Not as in salvation, but get ready to lose as in your jobs, the so-called benefits, your house, you know what I'm saying? And walk on that spiritual, we'll go back to the word pilgrim, and seek some miracle or spiritual benefit, right? This is what we finna lose all the carnal things and be seeking out this spiritual benefit. Ultimately going to be that get on that ride on that chariot, right? That second Exodus, man. Lord willing, we're part of that number. So this right here, the book of Hebrews 11:1. And I got one more precept after that, and I'll be closing up. Hebrews 11:1. It says, now faith, right? Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, right? So faith is what you have hope for, right? Like, go back to the word pilgrim. You're seeking a spiritual benefit, right? So with us seeking, this faith, the faith that we have, Yahweh Shema Shai, it's the evidence of things not seen. That's what I'm trying to say. It's the evidence of things not seen. So therefore, we're gonna stay down, right? Because we believe that, you know what I'm saying, he gonna pull his way through. He gonna make sure we eat well. We have eaten well, clothes not all messed up, right? You're going to have us out of harm's way, right? While hell is going on, man, right? So it says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. That is like, you tell somebody, what's a good example? $20, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it be like, well, when I see you next time, when I see you tomorrow, I got you $20. You got faith in that, man, right? You got faith that, okay, I ain't got it yet, but I know tomorrow I'm gonna see him. Boom, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that $20. I got faith in that. That's just on a low level. When I want to give an analogy for, how Yahweh Shema Shai gonna guide us inside these times, man. We got faith in that, so guess what? We're gonna look out for that, right? So until then, we can keep walking after the ways of Yahweh Shema Shai, because we know inside the times we build these spiritual This spiritual money right now, we depositing all this money inside our spiritual bank account now. Right? In a minute, we finna ball out. We finna be straight inside these times to come. We got to worry about, kicking nobody dough down and eating nobody's child, let alone your own child or your wife or your husband, whatever the case may be. We know that Yahweh Shai going to take care of us, man. Right? And I want to close out this last precept. 2 Ezra 16 and 74. Right? It says, Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua. Behold, the days are evil. So like the days of the days of trouble are at hand. But I will deliver you, right? I will deliver you from the same, right? That's that spiritual benefit that we're going to be looking out for, man. That's that miracle. Something that just happened at an instant, right? That's like when he said Esau going to come in like a flood. He's going to lift up that spiritual, right? He going to lift up that shield. That's a spiritual benefit. Like all that one sudden, because like when a flood happened, right? That's like if you have a flood and it's finally at that peak to where it's about to just sink in. Hey, at that split moment, hey, how about you, my shot gonna show you what's going on? Hey, I got you, right? But you gotta hold fast to that. We gotta hold fast to that. It says, Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, right? Revelation 12 and 12. Esau Edom finna come down with great wrath, right? We measuring the time, right? But it says, I will deliver you from the same, right? That lets you know that, hey, he that endureth unto the end shall be saved, right? Endure means to suffer, right? Make hard. You got to go through something, right? To get saved, right? You can't just say, oh, I'm saved already, but you ain't never went through nothing, we got to be in the mix of this, but he gonna save us from it, right? Gonna guide us through it. All right. It says, verse 75, it says, Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for Yahweh Shem Yahushua is your guide, right? Can't even doubt. We can't even, not even 1% doubt that we won't get fed. Cause doubting shit, hell no, you ain't gonna get fed, man. He'll give you over, hey, you'll die off because you didn't really believe for real. You kept doubting, right? But this is the time to be trying to put on all that armor so you won't have to think about doubting, man, right? You got to put on as the elect, right? You got to have that spirit of like, okay, if I believe, I know he going to feed me, right? This is what I'm putting in the work now for, so he can feed me inside them times, Lord willing, right? But it says, Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for Yahweh Shem Yahushua is your guide, right? And he going to guide us through these times, man. That's why he say, look at the generations of old and see, Elijah was guided, man. Right? Had the birds come feed him, and he was straight. But that's just the point. Lord willing, the lesson was edifying. I'm going to give out honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Krakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. Shalom to the hopefully elect men that scattered abroad, pushing the truth with all sincerity. And shalom to those few sisters that's getting orders at these last days. Till next time, shalom.